Alright guys, so since it's we've got a new year here to focus on all these plants that we've been growing. I'm out here at the farm and we're gonna walk around and see some of the plants that we've grown over the past 3 years, and that's basically since the beginning of this channel. So we'll walk around, see what kind of stuff we've got that we've collected throughout all this time. And we'll start right here with the papayas. And here are some guavas. One variety. I have no idea what this variety is. These are guavas that I basically, just found growing. And they were growing all together in one giant 10-gallon pot. And I just kind of separated them and planted them into their own 3-inch pots. And this is a totally different variety. It may be a hybrid, I have no idea, but these guavas are pink on the inside and they're super delicious. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a bite so I can show you. And here's the guava. That is delicious. Here is another variety of guava right here. So this will be our second variety. I really have no idea how this one is, whether it's white on the inside or pink, but we'll find out here in the near future. Check out all the new growth. Beautiful. That there is a Meyer lemon that I grew off the seeds of a Meyer lemon from the store. I don't know if it's going to fruit or not. It's not exactly planted in the best spot here at the farm. It's very rocky, and there's all kinds of material down there. This little area right here was backfilled with all kinds of junk, so we'll see how he does here throughout this year. Of course, we can't forget our June plums here. I haven't picked any of them, and the tree seems to be doing fine. Like I said, all the plants out here in Hawaii, although it may not seem like we have seasons, the trees have adapted to the temperature change throughout our seasons. So that's why the plant looks like it's got no foliage on it. But as you can see here, there is always new growth. Here we have our Tabasco peppers. Those guys are doing beautifully, and it's just a matter of taking one of these, one that's more red, extracting the seeds and replanting, and you get this all over again. Right here, it's kind of hard to tell, but this is the old broken down bulldozer back here that is covered by all these weeds, and this one long stem here is actually the Rangoon creeper giving off one of its water sprouts that eventually will climb this thing and hopefully overtake whatever this weed is. It may not be a weed. It actually has some pretty beautiful flowers on it, and I actually don't want to take it down. Maybe it could intertwine with the Rangoon creeper, and we could have some Rangoon creeper flowers as well as the flowers of that vine. Share the space. All right, this here is our passion fruit. It's kind of hard to tell what exactly is going on here, but this was actually a trellis that I had built out of an old tent frame, and it collapsed because the fruits were so heavy that it basically just caved in where there was rust on this this old tent frame. And as you can see here, it's hard to tell, but I used some sticks to try and prop it up. But yeah, that didn't happen the way I thought it would. So lots of passion fruits down there. I got to get this thing set up. I'll be doing a passion fruit video here soon, so you guys can get a good look at what exactly is going on here. These here are purple sugarcane sprouts. As you can see right along here, this one purple sugarcane stalk that fell over. It's not exactly in the most ideal spot because it's under the tree canopy, but it's doing fine, as you can see. and eventually it'll get enough sun to pop up and grow some nice and tall stalks. That's the purple sugar cane. Check this out right here. This here, all this stuff is all of our cassava or tapioca that we had grown about a year, actually probably over a year ago, and it's still there. I haven't taken all of them out, but eventually I will. But to think we started off with so little, and every single one of these is potential for much more cuttings. So we can multiply this operation that I started off with, could be multiplied by maybe 50. Just think of how much cassava you can grow within the span of even just a year and a half. Amazing stuff. This here is one of the 2 pomelos that I originally started off with, and as you can see, it is still there in the 3-gallon pot that I had planted them, well, transplanted them into. And I really wish I could put it out. I may just put it out somewhere around here, just put it into the ground and see what happens. It's not that I'm afraid of the soil quality, it's just that I'm afraid of having to leave them here because I'm not sure how much longer we got out here with the lease, and I'm not sure what space around the farm my father-in-law wants to use, so I don't want to plant something that technically would be permanent when he might need the space for something else. So that's one of the pomelos. The other one is right, oh, I can't even see it on the camera. He's like right here in the bush. And I'm gonna have to cut all this down so you guys can see more clearly, but I'll be doing that later. That there, those 2 heads buried in all these weeds, is the yellow sugar cane. And we'll take a closer look at those after I've done some cleaning, because as you can see here, I've got to do a lot of cleaning. That there is the cacao tree. No fruits yet, but I'm pretty optimistic about it having some fruits sometime this year, because as you can see here, it is bursting with new growth, and I'm pretty certain sometime this year we will be getting our first fruits off of this cacao tree. Super cool. This here is our Soursop tree. This is a close-up shot of it. If I span out, you'd actually see how tall this thing is, and it's a lot taller than I wanted it to be, but I'll probably do some pruning sometime later on this year. But as for now, I'm going to leave it alone, because you can see right there is our first fruit. And right here is the second fruit. And somewhere up there is a third fruit. So I'm super excited, because we did grow this Soursop tree from seed. And it's been somewhere around 2 years, maybe 2.5. I'm not quite sure, maybe 3 years. But I think it's been about 2 years, actually, 2.5. And as I've said, take it, grow the seeds, plant it, and let it do its thing. And next thing you know, here we are with our own Soursop tree, producing fruits that we can propagate the seeds from those fruits and multiply what we've got here. This fruit smells so good. I could smell it just standing right here, and I'm super excited to try the fruits here in the near future. This here is our mango tree. So if you don't recall, you can go back and look at the mango videos here on the channel, and you can see that we wound up with 1 mango tree. This tree is now about 8 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. I haven't done any pruning, and I don't think I will be doing any pruning anytime soon, because it seems to be doing perfectly fine. I just don't want to disturb this mango tree, because it's just doing what it's doing, and it is going. As you can see back there, we have another cacao tree. I kind of just planted them all over the place here, but this here is our mango. Right here, so our mango tree is right there, and spanning over to the right, this is our giant white Vietnamese guavas, and those things are humongous. So let's get up close to it, take a look at one of these guavas. This guy is definitely ready to go, and you can see just how big that guava is. As a matter of fact, we've got these guys right here as well, which are really huge. These guavas are so big, but they are so delicious, and they are white on the inside. So that is our third variety of guava that we have out here. Here's one of the original cranberry hibiscus or maple leaf hibiscus, not the ornamental Japanese type that a lot of folks may think it is. This is actually the cranberry hibiscus, and that's something I learned as well in planting these plants. So I'm grateful for all the information that is given to me by the viewers and by you subscribers. So thank you for that. All right, it's really hard to tell here, especially without any blooms. Well, you can kind of see some of the shell ginger blooms, which is the bigger ginger bush back here. But these right here, these right around this area, that is the yellow butterfly ginger. And I have the two of them growing together under the canopy of all these trees here, and they're doing lovely. All right, so I've got the camera kind of low here just so we could see the lemongrass. So I've got 5 lemongrass bushes all along this side right here. So we started all those guys from rhizomes, 5 rhizomes, and this is all the lemongrass we have gotten off of those 5 rhizomes. Super amazing. All the way back here, pretty neglected for some time now, is our red ginger. But as you can see, right here, here, and here are some more shoots growing from some flowers. And we could totally repropagate all these red gingers all over again, which I'm definitely going to do because I want these guys all over the place. So we'll pretty much end it right there. Although I didn't really show everything that we've been planting here on the channel out here. I did show, I guess, a good variety, or at least maybe the majority of all the edible plants that I planted out here. I've got a lot of these plants still at home. Actually, more than over half of the plants that I have collected are still at home. And it would be a dream someday to have the property to put all these plants out and let them grow and let them go wild. And that is the goal here on this channel, is to eventually get to that point. But as for now, like I said, this is a new year. Happy 2022. And hopefully you've got a good look at what we've got out here at the farm, so you can get a pretty good picture of what we've got coming up as far as updates here in the future throughout the year. Thanks for watching.